Welcome, curious minds, to the deep dive. Today we're doing something a bit different, and honestly, it's quite fascinating. Usually you send us, piles of articles, research, sometimes whole books, and our job is to wade through it all, find those insights.
The digging part.
Exactly. But today you've given us just one. A single, incredibly specific line of information is like being handed one perfect little jewel and asked, okay, what does this mean?
It really is. And the power of this deep dive, I think, is going to be less about volume and more about understanding the absolute focus within this statement.
Yeah.
The great example of how much you can sometimes get from information that's just precise.
Absolutely. So let's just lay it out there. The entire source, the whole piece we're looking at today is this. KuCoin Referral Code and link is KUCOINCODE 2025-2026.
That's it. Short and sweet, but packed. Every single part of that feels intentional.
And that's our mission for this deep dive. We're going to meticulously unpack every distinct piece within that short statement. Explore the insights kind of hidden in its directness. Look beyond just what it says to what it, implies strategically.
Yeah, because even one line, when it's this specific, can tell you a surprising amount if you look closely.
So let's start right at the beginning. The subject, it's clearly named KuCoin.
Right. Not vague at all.
Not a crypto platform or some exchange. It's specifically KuCoin. What's the weight of that, just starting with such a clear identifier?
Well, the immediate thing is recognition, isn't it? In the crypto world, which is crowded, naming KuCoin specifically, it sort of sets the stage immediately.
Right.
It implies a known entity, a certain level of maybe operational maturity, brand presence. It gives the user context right away. It's not just some random offer. It's tied to this platform.
A specific destination. Got it. And then right after that, referral code and link. It doesn't say one or the other. It explicitly lists both. Why do you think it's important that it covers both? Why spell that out?
That really points towards thinking about the user experience, how people actually sign up for things.
How so?
Well, by offering both a code and a link, they're basically catering to different ways people might encounter this offer.
Oh.
A code is something you can maybe jot down, type in manually on a sign-up page later.
Yeah.
Gives you flexibility.
Right.
But the link, that suggests a direct click-through. You click it, maybe the code's already filled in for you on the website. It's smoother, less effort.
Less friction.
Exactly, less friction. So having both just maximizes the chances someone actually uses the referral, no matter how they found it or what device they're on. Smart user acquisition design.
So it's about making it easy, flexible, which leads us right to the core identifier itself. KuCoINCODE. All caps, one word, very unambiguous.
Very clear.
From a design or branding perspective, what does that specific choice tell you? KuCoINCODE.
Well, it's built for clarity, isn't it? And probably memorability to an extent.
Yeah.
The fact that it literally has the brand name in it, KuCoin, right there at the start, and then just adds code. It makes it instantly clear what it is and who it's from. It reinforces the KuCoin brand.
Okay.
It's not some random jumble of letters and numbers you'll forget instantly or mistype.
Right, reduces errors.
Yeah. It minimizes user error, maximizes the chance someone actually applies it correctly, whether they're typing or clicking. It's just efficient data transfer. Actionable.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And then we get to what, for me anyway, is maybe the most intriguing part, the timing.
Yes, the dates.
The line finishes with 2025-2026. Those vertical bars separating the years, it's not ongoing or valid indefinitely. It's tied specifically to those 2 years.
Very specific window.
Why would they do that? Put such a clear expiration or at least validity window on it. What does that signal about their strategy?
That's a really key piece, I think. Those years, 2025, 2026, define a very clear life cycle for this specific code or link.
Okay.
It tells us straight up it's in forever. It's got an end date or at least a defined period of relevance.
And why is that useful for them?
Oh, several potential reasons. From a business angle, maybe it's part of a specific marketing push. A campaign with its own budget, its own timeline for those 2 years.
Right, like a Q1 initiative or something, but longer term.
Could be. Or maybe it's tied to a particular growth phase they're targeting for 25 and 26. It also lets them manage things better.
Manage how?
Well, manage their potential costs or liabilities from referrals. They prevent an old code from floating around and being used years later when maybe the terms have changed.
Control.
Exactly. Control. It allows them to sunset this offer cleanly and maybe roll out a new referral program later, perhaps with different rewards or rules, without confusion. It shows they're planning ahead. managing their incentive programs actively, not just letting things run wild.
So if we pull all these pieces together, what we've got is a clearly identified company, KuCoin, a flexible way to use the offer code and link, a very direct, easy-to-understand identifier, KUCOINCODE,
Clear's day,
and a strictly defined time frame for when it's relevant, 2025 and 2026.
Put it all together.
It feels like information that's been engineered, almost. Engineered for a very specific purpose with clear boundaries.
That's a good way to put it. Engineered. The insight here isn't just the individual bits of data, but how they combine to create this highly efficient, self-contained instruction.
Instruction?
Yeah, it's basically telling a potential user exactly what this is, KuCoin Referral, how to use it, code link, what the key is, KUCOINCODE, and when it works, 2025, 2026. No ambiguity.
Right.
The sheer directness tells a story about its purpose, its intended audience, someone looking to sign up then, and its limits.
Yeah.
It doesn't need a paragraph explanation. The structure is the explanation.
Okay, so let's quickly recap what we pulled out of this single focused line of source material. We started by identifying the subject, KuCoin, and how important that immediate branding is.
Establishes context.
Then we looked at the referral code and link part, noting the flexibility that offers the user.
Covers different user paths.
We zeroed in on the identifier itself, KuCoIncode, highlighting how it's designed for clarity, recognition, ease of use.
Brand reinforcement minimizes errors.
And finally, we explored that specific time element, 2025, 2026, and what that suggests about strategic planning and control.
Defining the life cycle.
Right.
And I think the big takeaway really is seeing the value in information that's presented with such exactness.
Yeah.
Even when you don't have all the surrounding context, when something is defined this clearly with sharp parameters, it becomes immediately usable. Its precision dictates its function. You know exactly what to do with it within those boundaries.
It's powerful in its simplicity almost.
Yeah, exactly.
Which leads us to a final thought for you, the listener, to maybe mull over.
Yeah.
What possibilities or maybe even what certainties emerge when information is given to you with such absolute clarity and such well-defined boundaries, even if the deeper why or how isn't immediately spelled out right there with it?